Good afternoon, my faithful listeners, and thank you for tuning in to the Post-Apocalyptic News Radio, your only source for the latest goings-on in the little corner of the post-apocalyptic wasteland we call home. Today is Thursday, the 3rd of July, and we're live at the bottom of the hour with more of the latest. In today's broadcast, we must discuss the events of yesterday, which demanded our full attention and sparked the use of our emergency broadcast. Following this, we'll be discussing a resurgence of music in the wasteland in the form of a traveling band. It is then we should discuss a strange beast of the wasteland unlike any other. We should end our broadcast with the afternoon puzzler. Speaking of which, did you discover the answer to our most recent question? I'll remind you the question was, what do Santa's elves listen to as they work? Think about it, and stay tuned until the end of the broadcast for the answer. But before any of our important news, we must discuss the weather. And I do mean we must. I'm contractually obliged to do so. Our skies are blotted out by thick clouds and puddles of water remain maintaining a saturated ground. We can expect rain tomorrow, but it's unlikely any should fall today. Low winds today with a relative humidity of 45%. Temperatures should peak at 28 degrees Celsius and be no lower than 25 tonight. That's our weather, and now it's time to discuss the events of yesterday, which yet kept us off the air. At 0300 hours, the studio shook from a dreadful shockwave. The alarm horns of the MCR were heard shortly thereafter. The CFR had begun their assault. Beginning by striking each watchtower with an unknown explosive, the CFR crippled the MCR's long-range defense capabilities and breached their fortifications. As the battle beyond our own walls was occurring, the staff here considered our options. Ultimately, Director W demanded the use of our emergency broadcast, and that we barricade ourselves within the studio, considering the only way out was through the MCR's camp and the attacking CFR. This was our only legitimate option. The battle rages on even now, but the CFR has the advantage and is well positioned to defeat the lame mules and break the siege. We will endeavor to update you as this story develops. For now, this is what we know. As well, I must say, please be advised that the current situation here at the studio is incredibly dangerous. It is for your safety we recommend avoiding the area at this time. Failure to comply with this recommendation may result in severe injury or death. Moving on to some good news, Mr. Frism, the sole proprietor of Robotic Hands in Green Court, has sponsored a group of spunky young musicians. Full of moxie and steam, these mech men are traveling the waste to bring their music to any community that would hear them. The group, known as Wasteland Steamship, consists of 4 fully converted mech men. Cole Dawning with his guitar, James Fisher with his drums, Amanda Bunny Lane on vocals, and Miranda Fowley on their piano. Being resistant to most hazards of the waste, requiring only distilled water to function, and fully sponsored by Robotic Hands in Green Court, Wasteland Steamship may be coming to your settlement very soon. Keep an ear out, and do try to attend the show. I think a musical distraction is just the thing we all need to help our mentality cope with the horrors of the wasteland. Moving on, it's time we discuss the beasts that travel our wasteland. Ever since the incident, the wild things of the world have changed. Very few beasts are as they once were. Often morphed and mutated into horrific abominations, these creatures prowl the wastes. Many of them deadly, some helpful, others benign. In this segment, we should discuss our wasteland's wild things. Mechanical critters. There are small creatures in the wasteland that range from the size of small insects to the size of small dogs, made entirely of metal. Mechanical in nature, electricity runs through their wiry veins, powering hydraulic legs or lead wheels. Their designs vary, some resembling insects from the world that was, others beasts or pets. In all cases, they act as their living counterparts would, and never directly do they harm individuals. The origins of these creatures are unknown, but they are appearing more and more frequently, enough so that you may yet find an automaton of a cat at your door before too long. But I'm afraid that's going to be all of the time we have for today. It's time for the evening radio music. Before we go, I should like to leave you with the afternoon puzzler. Did you discover the answer to our most recent question? I'll remind you the question was, what do Santa's elves listen to as they work? The answer, rap music. Congratulations to anyone who got that one. Today's puzzler is as follows. What do you call a beehive without an exit? Think about it, and tune in again tomorrow for the answer. But I'm afraid that's all the time we're going to have for now. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Until next time, I wish you all the very best. And, if you're truly out there, good luck.